What the fuck is up, everyone? It is, of course, the East Coast Bastard here. Getting ready to go over our huge show for tomorrow. Give me a couple of minutes. I'm going to get everything shared out here. First time running this on my side here, so bear with me. I am getting in here right now. Shadow Press, welcome. Great to see you. Like I said, first time I'm running the whole board and everything, so if it comes off as a train wreck, yeah, sue me. There is the link for people that do want to come in here. Hot Fire Rose, welcome to the show as well. So I'm just getting things pinned and shared and everything else out here. So we will see how all this runs on a solo trip here. Oh, sounds great. Great to be here, whether you're at work or however. It is awesome to see you here. Always appreciate it. You know that. Azrael Black, Ghazi. Good evening, guys. Welcome. I do have someone who's going to be joining me apparently here as well. I'm going to bring them on here. Angelita, welcome. Mrs. U Taker, welcome to the show here. I'm just working on getting it shared out.
No problems. Hello, guys. Azrael, Ghazi, Chaos, Atticus, Shadow Press, Hot Fire Rose, my daughter, Ghazi. You're still in the locker room. Okay. You'll have to let us know how your show went. I've been loving the updates, though. But you're still not to Nebraska. Motherfucker needs to come to Nebraska. What's this bullshit about staying on the East Coast? Gosh damn it. Told you the next time I was live, I was going to ream your ass for that. Nebraska. Yes, I'll push the buttons. I'll push Ghazi's buttons every night. Damn it. Hi, Jeff. As I wave back.
So I said, this is going to be a little interesting thing here because I said I have not run a show live on running all the controls and all that at the same time. So bear with me, guys.
Hey, I get to push the buttons. I'm not going to push the buttons because I don't want to fuck up anything.
All right. So as we've got this going, I think. So there we go. It looks like we got everyone here. Jeff, welcome to the show as well. As I'm going to get this rolling here. I did pin the link for those that do want to call in.
Just run away with the buttons. What? Saving more there.
This sucks to be you because I've got the ones I need in front of me.
Yeah. Sucks to be me. Yep. Why are you taking my fun, Jeff? Damn you.
So we're going to start off, of course, one of the first matches, big event, was going to be supposed to be this past Sunday. Unfortunately, didn't work out that way. So I hate ties. Plain and simple. So we're going to run it back. As the last train robbers will take on Price to Pay, as well as the Demon Gods. 3-quarter mayhem, elimination rules. So it was a great match on Sunday. Just some technical issues prevented it from finishing. We're going to get a winner. So out of those three, who do you like on that?
Who were the three again? I was distracted by Jeff running away with the freaking buttons trying to figure it out. What was the three again?
Price to Pay, the Last Train Robbers, and the Demon Gods. Brandon Ace, welcome to the show as well.
Well, Brandon Ace, that would be you screeching like a chicken because my car ran over you. No, it's probably my air conditioning. Don't worry about it, dude. If I ain't slapping you, don't worry about it. I have a lot of respect for the Last Train Robbers. I love Death Ride's Price to Pay, Andy Price and Drum. I don't know. I'm on the fence with this one. They're all three really good ones. We're gonna see a really good showing on these three. I won't pick a winner until the winner's won.
Oh, definitely. And as Shadow Press bringing out there, the current tag team champions, Death Ride, the longest reigning champions of any division in Sacrifice history.
Absolutely.
So not only for their own division, but the company as a whole, huge feathers in the cap for the Death Ride there, Shadow Press and Max.
Yep.
You know what? I forgot to ask because I'm just trying this straight out. Y'all hear me okay?
Man, Ace. Now.
Let me know in the chat. Can you guys hear me all right?
And can you hear me? Because I'm going to lay it on thick with Ace here. If you don't shut the fuck up, I'm going to put my foot up his ass.
Awesome, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. Like I said, first time I'm running the whole board myself, so...
Yeah, no problem.
Expect chaos.
So I'm pretty sure Jeff and Lita are sick and tired of the boy toy bullshit. So am I.
No, I mean, that's something that's going to have to be dealt with, though. I mean, that's...
Well, unfortunately, they don't allow women to beat men. So apparently, Lita can't just beat his shitting ass up and shut him up. Maybe Jeff should take him on. Hey, Jeff, take on Ace. Shut his ass up. Make it bleed. I don't care.
But no, that six-person match, I should say, three-way dance should be amazing. It is worth noting that the team with the most tag team experience are the Last Train Robbers, tied with the record for the most tag title reigns in company history with Excalibur. So could that experience play a factor?
And it possibly could. But with Andy Price already being proclaimed, you know, the future of the business, and Drum Monkey already a vet himself, who's to say?
Yeah, I mean, all three teams are great teams. They've all been right close to that. In the Price of the Last Train Robbers, they've been the tag champs. The other two have had an opportunity, came up just short in great matches.
And if is the winner now, if I'm to be understood you, that the winner of this will take on the champions Death Ride?
I'm not going to call it a contenders match, but it will definitely go a long way in consideration. We'll put it that way.
Nah, Azrael, I'd love to see Jeff take it on. It's his fight to make, actually.
Now, another match that was, added after I told people, get active, make some call outs. Crushing Kelly Black versus Lady Devil, Hell in a Cell. So the Cell, not new ground to either one of these women. Both have been in there many a times.
Nope.
So what do you see in this match coming?
What I see is somebody that has experience in Hell in a Cell winning it. I'm not say it's going to be an easy win by no means, but I'm taking LD to win that. I faced her in Hell in the Cell. My family Lita has faced her in the Hell in the Cell. My granddaughters have faced her all in the Hell in the Cell, and she's formidable. And she knows how to work the cell, much like the U-Taker family. That's our home. That's our playground. So I'm taking the vet, and I'm taking the knowledge that the vet brings LD in that one. Nothing against her. She could.
Speaking of LD, she is here. Welcome to the show, along with JW.
Hello, LD. Welcome.
So welcome both of you. Anyone that does want to call in, the link should be pinned to the top of the show, chat? I hope.
Like it is.
Awesome, awesome. So no, definitely one of the challenge matches that was laid out after the card. And of course, I just lost my card.
Oops. Hey, Brian LT. Black Ice, welcome to the show. Yo, yo, yo.
Yes, Black Ice, welcome to the show. Great to see you here. Now, there we go. Got my card back. Like I said, but beauty of live radio, folks. Anything can fucking happen with me. It probably will.
Hey, remember though, you're a bastard, not an asshole.
Damn right. Elite Extreme Women, Elfie, welcome to the show as well. Great to see everyone making their way in here. Our next match, we're going to go over a huge call-out match, one that this has the potential to steal the whole show. The Goddess of Pain sent out invitations because she felt a little slighted that no one had called her out for Flashpoint. So she decided, since none of the people that she thought would call her out did, she called them all out.
Absolutely.
So in a 8-woman knockout elimination match, it will be the Goddess of Pain versus Carmella Springheel versus Steffi versus Juniper Springheel versus Rebel Outlaw versus Crusher U-Taker versus Bubs Davids versus Rose Skylight. So a huge potential to steal the entire show here. Who do you favor in this?
Since 90%, oh no, not more than that. Most of that lineup I consider family. Only really 2 are not. Actually, I think all of them but one. But my family would be Crusher and Carmella, who's dating Joshua, Rebel, who is dating Michael, Crusher, who is married to Paul. Yeah, what am I to do, Mordred? This was a good one.
Answer the question.
Answer the question. I go fam. I got it all covered. Even Goddess and even Bubs. Go fam.
Yeah, this match is going to be, like I said, I already said a couple times, potential to steal the entire show. I mean, a who's who among a lot of the members of the women's division.
Yep.
You know, several former champions in that division in this match. So very much a mixed test here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, another match, and people have, I'm sure, have heard around, and I put it in there as well, that obviously Mr. and Mrs. U-Taker will be retiring at the end of this season, which is coming right up. Normally, Flashpoint is pretty much the tail end to the end of the season. Mm-hmm. So I decided, since this is their last Super Show, that we're going to send them out together in a mixed tag team match. And I figured, who better to face them than Angelita Nightwalker and Jeff Matthews. Yes, the link should be up there. So you can definitely go ahead and get in the green room. And I will bring people on as, you know, it fits within what's going on here as well. Definitely, Atticus, you can definitely click on that link and should be able to join in. I hope. So anything you want to comment on that match?
It's always an honor when you can face your daughter in the ring, because she's just as formidable as I am, maybe more so. I mean, that she's our little hellfire on wheels. That's what we have called her from day one. Our little hellfire on wheels. And Josh has gained the most respect from both of us in how he's treated Lita and her kids, all 5 of them. It's going to be an honor to face them, but it's going to be also bittersweet because it'll be our swan song. So it's our last kind of effort, thanks to you, to allow us to pass the torch on to them in a mixed tag way. It's going to be tears will fly, tears will roll, but we'll bring it. We're not going to lay down for them, so they're going to have to bring their 110% A game to that match.
Definitely a match I expect to not only pull at a lot of people in multiple ways of the crowd, but to pull on people emotionally. Both Mr. and Mrs. Utaker being here pretty much since the digital era started, and I can't say how much I appreciate that. And I figured this was a fitting way to show them that respect together.
And respect, Mordrin. That was, I did not expect that. I thought it was going to be more or less him doing one match, I doing another match, but we came into the DWS together, and Mordrin, thank you very much for allowing us to go out of the DWS together. And the tag team, you can refer to us that match will be Heaven and Hell, because that is truly what Heaven and Hell was supposed to have been. But Paul stepped up in my stay because there wasn't a mixed tag when we came into the DWS. But Heaven and Hell will go out the way Heaven and Hell should have went in, and that's together.
No, definitely. And you know, keeping the tag thing rolling, has it been brought up here, the Death Ride, the longest reigning champs ever in anything. They are going to put that streak on the line, and they've got opponents that people might be sleeping on, honestly, as they will face War and his chosen partner, Riker. War had a big hand in training Riker. War is, of course, the inaugural World Heavyweight Champion of the digital era. And for War, this is about setting history. Because if he wins this, he'll become the first person to ever hold the Triple Crown in the company. And we have another person to bring on here as well.
I think he's adding me right.
Gazzy.
Howdy, Mordrin. Hi, I'm Tiny.
What the fuck's
up? Okay, so OOC real quick. I'm currently riding back from a show with Laz, which is why they're subcredited in the name.
Hi, Lazarus.
Hi.
How you doing?
Fucking tired.
Gazzy's driver, eh? You're the chauffeur for the evening?
What the?
Tiny said, are you the chauffeur for the evening?
I am.
Okay, hit him in the back of the head and tell him he needs to come to Nebraska with that wrestling stuff. What is this staying on the East Coast?
They've been begging me to come to Nebraska to wrestle.
Go to fucking Nebraska and wrestle in the cornfields.
Wow, okay.
I've wrestled in Nebraska. It's pretty fun.
We both had 3 matches today?
Yeah.
So results, how was it?
Our match was fun.
I had 2 matches and one teaching moment.
They had 2 matches, and they also did basically a teach someone to check their ego at the door moment. It wasn't a match. It was, hey, kid, come here.
Let me talk to you.
I had the match with Laz. I had a fatal 4-way street fight, and then I had a match with Laz's tag partner, Ryan. All 3 of them I had an absolute blast.
They were
Well, that's good. But now, in character.
All right, here we go.
All right. Since we're just wrapping up with the World Tag Team titles, who do you like in this match, Ghazi?
Legally, I'm required to always root for War. That's literally a part of our friendship contract that we signed.
Okay. I mean, he has set history before. Like I said, the first world champion in the digital era. With this win, he would set history again, being the first Triple Crown champion.
Fucking do it.
But like his opponents at Death Ride have got the record for the longest champions ever.
Yeah, they do.
So it's definitely, no matter who wins, it's not going to be an easy task.
Nope.
I think either team might need a gun to win. That's a shoot.
I mean, there is technically no disqualifications. I've never had anyone use a firearm, but I mean, there are no disqualifications.
Wow, puts a new meaning to our death.
Dude.
Wow.
And speaking of no disqualifications, while I have you here,
I knew this was coming.
a match, and this isn't something I've ever had to do ever in company history. A match that I am washing my hands of as a company, completely unsanctioned. It won't even see the ring. Where you will face your son, Asuka.
I don't know. I know I'm a lot younger than the two of you, but this might be my final as well. I really can't say I know what's got into him. I really can't say I know exactly everything that's why behind it. All I want is for him to find peace, and if it means I have to be taken out of wrestling, then I'll do it.
And that's the thing. I mean, you've had a lot of success here. You are the longest reigning world champion in company history for the singles world title. But he hit you with a fucking barricade.
Yes! The fucking barricade!
He uses a fucking barricade as a weapon.
On the back of my head. I still have the knot. I know firsthand.
But I mean, I've been in this business a long time.
And never have I seen it like that.
A lot of weapons. Hell, I've used a lot of weapons people never thought possible.
Right?
I've never seen anyone use a fucking barricade in that manner as a weapon.
Well,
I mean, I've never seen it either. I felt it though.
Well, in that case, I'll say better you than me.
right?
I'm happily retired.
I'm. If he has his way, I'm probably joining you.
And like I said, just because of the volatile nature, I'm throwing you two in a parking garage, and we're going to watch you on the overhead cameras. There'll be no staff, and it will never see the ring. I've never had to do that with
that way because it's probably better this way because the last thing we need is a part of a barricade to go flying into the crowd in order to get sued.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. I know my family pretty tore up about this one, but we know it needs to be done. But it just, we hope the best for you, Ghazi, and of course my granddaughter and Lita is all up in arms. I mean, Lita thinks of you as your uncle, but then she's got her daughter that's hopefully going to bring her boyfriend back. She's tore up. I mean, this whole thing with Anska has just got everybody tore up. So hopefully, he will find you and you'll be not.
I don't think he's
Tore up.
gone. I just don't know what's got into him.
I don't-
Azrael out there saying, "Don't bet against the house."
Thank you, my friend. I love you all too. But I feel like in there, I just don't know what's. There's issues he should have with me because I was a shit father, but the level of it is what confuses me. I deserve to get punched in the face. I'm the first one to admit that. I don't know if I deserve to have all of my friends, literally everything that's happened to them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can say, you know, and several of my kids will tell you that there are points that they didn't even know that I was their dad until they were full-grown adults. So I definitely can say I've been a shit father to them. Ain't none of them hit me with a fucking barricade.
No, there's something.
We're just lucky our test results came back negative.
I agree with my granddaughter Angelina. Their stuff is in there somewhere. It's just how and who and what is gonna bring that back. Time will tell, I guess.
I hope this is what does it. I don't know if I have to beat it out of him. I don't know if he has to beat it out of me. I don't know what he needs. I just hope somewhere in this he finds it.
Yeah.
I mean, they must have got lost in the mail somewhere, Drum.
I can't see the chat because we're in the car going down the road and I'm in StreamYard on my phone. So
Drum says still
results,
Mordred.
Is waiting on his test results as well.
We took what, 3? Because every time they came back negative, we didn't believe it.
Yeah. It's like there's no way. There's no way that's right. Hell, I didn't even pay these guys to say no. I mean, wait, what? Huh? Can we rewind and strike that?
I appreciate knowing.
What?
I appreciate knowing.
What do you mean no?
I just appreciate
second delay.
I just appreciate knowing that he didn't fake it. Really.
The Nightwalker DNA labs. Drum says I knew I shouldn't have gotten the Nightwalker.
Yeah, no, y'all think, like straight up, y'all think like Tiny, y'all think that like over on y'all side it's been hell. I have to go home to ES and Purpura every night and explain this shit to them.
Oh, I can just imagine Purpura being all out of sorts because that's her brother.
It's been bad. It has been.
Like
ES is back and forth on whether or not I should just straight up put 2 in him, but that's just how she is.
Mm-hmm.
Purpura is about heartbroken. Yeah, I really don't know what all is going to happen. Like, I can't. Obviously, this ain't gonna be a match.
No.
It's kind of far more personal than just a match.
I mean, if it comes down to it, I'll just use that tried and true method. I'm closing my eyes and swinging.
I said that will happen tomorrow, but I said for the first time ever in company history, it will be unsanctioned. I've never had to hold an unsanctioned match in the company. So, I mean, I guess you got that part of history, Gazi.
I mean, yeah. There you go.
It's what I do. First sacrifice main event, longest reigning men's world champion, first unsanctioned match. Hell, someone get Riley so we can have the first sacrifice IRL match.
There you go.
Hey. And I know Azrael was in there mentioned about the house earlier. And speaking of Azrael on the house, he had an open call out for a knockout cell match that was answered by JW Caliber. Now, both of these men have extreme ability to put your lights out at a moment's notice. So who do you see having the advantage in this?
Well, first, I want to preface this by saying, Azrael, my friend, you have an addiction to knockouts, and I feel like we need to have an intervention after this pay-per-view if I'm still alive. But obviously, I do hope you win this one. I got to give JW his credit for beating me, but I do still have to go with one of my boys, Ninja, and hope he wins. And I know I still call him Ninja, but I'm back and forth with it. I'm trying.
Oh, definitely. JW did have that statement win against you as world champion. Both these men have been right on the cusp of breaking through, and it just right at the last minute something gives. When this time one of them's going to have that moment.
Well, sorry, Gazi, but I'm for JW. Because the house doesn't always win. Love you, Gazi.
I just love looking over at Laz every other sentence. They're just reacting to everything we're going over.
JW, I just put my seal of name on you. You better win, JW, or yeah. You just better win.
Yep, JW there. And no, not sleeping on you at all. Like I said, both you and Azrael have been right at that cusp of breaking through. And then something happens.
I literally just gave you credit for beating me when I was champion, and you're going to say I'm sleeping on you?
Oh.
And Ripper, welcome as well.
Hello, Ripper.
Yeah, I mean, he did give you credit, JW, for that win. You know, aside from him losing the title, you're the only one that beat him during that run.
Yep.
This is the thing that sucks about driving home from a show is nothing is fucking open.
There's Waffle House and truck stops.
We're going to a truck stop then because I need caffeine.
Well, we could hit a Waffle House if your itch for fighting isn't over for the night.
I mean, that's true.
I'm sure there's a coked up Waffle House cook that ran out of Marlboros that we can fight.
See, Lazarus's theme song is secretly just a cover of Finley's WWE theme song.
That's true. I like it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Morgan, you might need to get tests on this one.
That?
I mean, wouldn't be the first time.
It would make more sense than my current dad. He's a preacher.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I'm technically a god now, depending on who you listen to.
There's legit people that
I'm
call
cool. Well, people call me the Messiah, so it makes sense.
Mord straight. All praise our Mord.
God Messiah.
We legit have the Morden Savior and the Messiah of the Deathmatch in the same call.
Wow. Who would have thought this?
Laz was the one who was in that deathmatch I posted.
It's true.
And that's
my title. It's in the back seat right now.
Nice.
My hemp strap, you son of a bitch. I will find a way to smoke that belt.
Or Atticus, sorry.
And speaking of titles, we do have another one of the big matches coming up, the Ravishing Pair Tag titles, the champion Silent Death, who, and I'll admit, I'm in the same boat. No one gave them a chance to win the championships or hold them. And they have done that and shocked the world. But now they will go up against a team in the Blackhearts that have returned original veterans of the company, but on a mission now to get the respect they feel they never had.
I mean, my point of view is I always liked the Blackhearts, so I'm not in this boat of we didn't get respect at least, which is probably why they haven't helped my son try to kill me. But
I mean, that could be a possibility where.
Really, I see retention in this match. And that's as far as I'm going to go with it.
So seeing the champs continue to defy the odds, because I said I will be in that boat when they won that opportunity. It's like, okay, well, the champs will retain, and they've had their opportunity, and they'll get better from it. But they surprised a lot of people, myself included.
This is really the which force is stronger, the return run or the surprise underdog run?
Very true, and that's going to be huge.
Pine's not been in the Blackhearts' ears, training them all this time. You're sadly mistaken. I'm going for the Blackhearts just because they have Ivy Pine in their corner as well. Not necessarily at ringside, but they have trained together. I mean, that's Ivy's girls, the three of them. Boom.
God, Ivy has such a nice ass too.
And she has been very successful within the company. Still the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion.
Just because of that little spade card they have in the ears.
Are y'all cutting out, or is it me?
I've heard you cut out a little bit. I'm hearing Mrs. You cut out quite a bit. People out in the chat, can you hear me fine, or am I cutting out as well?
I can hear you beautifully.
Yeah, I can hear you beautifully as a man.
I have heard you cutting out at points. And we talked about the Intercontinental title. That is going to be on the line as well tomorrow. The former Intercontinental Champion, Susie the Elf, won an elimination match for the opportunity that she now will go up against Katie Nightwalker.
This is another legally I'm required to root for Susie considering she adopted me.
No, I definitely understand that. And of course, I don't, even though Katie is my daughter, she had to win her contenders match, and she had to win the championship in a triple threat. So there's no free ride regardless.
Mm-mm. It's going to be a hell of a fight.
Yeah, I don't think your adopted mom is too thrilled because she's like, gee, thanks, son. I don't think she considered your saying there as a rousing endorsement of her being able to win the title back.
I said that about everyone so far, Mom. It's okay.
Crushing Kelly, welcome to the show as well.
Kelly, hi, Alfie. I forgot to say hi to you earlier. My bad.
Hey, Kelly. Where's your husband?
He's up there somewhere.
Yeah, he is here.
I must find him. I still can't see the chat because I'm still on my phone.
Yes, he is definitely here.
Uh-huh. He just said I'm here.
But no, that will be a very good match, I'm assuming, on that, just because Susie, she's been in the company even before the digital era was with the company. Being the former Intercontinental Champion, we've known she wants it back. But Katie has been on a roll. She is out to prove a point.
Yeah.
I mean, so far, she has had a very good record in the company.
Mm-hmm. I've been pretty proud of her.
I mean, I'm always proud of, all my children, so. But definitely, and I have talked with her, I told her, don't sleep on this match. Susie will put her lights out if she sleeps on it.
Susie is scary sometimes. Like I've seen matches where she'll just. I don't even know how to describe it. She just gets scary on occasion.
Try breaking up with her.
Oh, I can only imagine how many times you had to make sure your windows were arrow-proof.
I went to a house in another country.
That's still not far enough.
And speaking of which,
Hey, Mom.
we do have Susie the Elf joining us here. Welcome to the show, Susie.
Hey.
Hey, Les. That's my mom, Susie.
So your upcoming match tomorrow, Intercontinental title match up against Katie. What are your thoughts on that match?
Well, Katie is definitely a night walker. We'll start there. She is tough. I've had a little help in training her too along the way. She is an EXW original. So I've had my hand in on helping with her training some. I've watched her growth over the last 5 years, and I'm impressed with her. She is a formidable young lady, and I'm very honored that I get to go up against her for this title, and I'm very honored that she will get to lose to me for this title.
I was waiting.
Wow.
No,
There you go, folks.
no. Win, lose, or draw, it's going to be a good match, no matter what. Because like I said, Katie is a formidable opponent. She's a night walker. She's Raven's daughter, so she's got all those little tricks and sly moves that Raven does. Yeah, Birdie, I know what you taught that child. But and then she's got all the knowledge and know-how, the submissions, the technical of the Nightwalker. And she's been influenced not just by you, Mordred. She's been influenced by her sisters, her brothers. We won't talk about what Chance has taught her. Oh, we won't go there. Cassie's taught her a few things. All her brothers and sisters have taught her a few things. Even her nieces and nephews have helped her along the way. And she's got a rich source of knowledge to draw from within the Nightwalker family. And I do not take that lightly. But I've had a rich source of knowledge through all the people that I have associated with over the years. And the greats like Spicy and Relic, hey, I usually play it clean, but I can play it dirty too. They taught me well.
Oh no, definitely. And that's what I said. This is going to be a great match, irregardless, because of the experience of both competitors, the big match experience.
Oh yeah, but I've had a lot of people that have trained me over the years. Hey, I've even worked with you.
Yes, you have.
We've done a lot of training before and after I kicked you to the curb. I
You
was
kind of
waiting
already said
for
that
it.
many times a lot differently. I was waiting for the tirade to start about, how that really went down.
I was waiting for you to. I was waiting for you.
He was bigger than I thought he would be.
I was waiting for the tirade to start of, how it all went down.
I had to pull something different. Everybody's heard the story.
I was already bracing myself for it.
You had to admit that was funny.
Oh yeah, it definitely caught me off guard. I said I was bracing myself for the upcoming comments and was like, "Oh, here we go, here we go."
No, I had to do something different. Give everybody, like, oh, wait, what? One of those moments. But no,
I
it's
mean, at
going to
that
be.
point, I wouldn't have blamed you, but
Well, you're just lucky you still have an ass to sit on. We'll just put it that way, folks. Yeah. He's lucky he didn't get that vasectomy that day. He would have had a whole hell of a lot less children. Um,
and to those that hadn't heard it at all, a couple days before our wedding, I decided to leave
yeah.
Never come back.
for a whore.
Oh, I hear it on a reg. I hear it on a reg.
Oh yeah. But that we ended up being good friends, and that's how it should be between he and I. We were much better friends than lovers. much, much better friends than lovers.
Yeah, because if we'd have gotten married, you'd probably hate me by now. Most of my exes do.
Yeah, and then there's Paige. I've never figured that one out. Why she likes you so much. I never figured that one out. But anyway.
Some things can't be said on live broadcast.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
That's
they
the answer to
could.
that question.
That you could, but then there would be the fine.
Yeah, let's just say that's the answer to that question.
So, but yes, but no, I don't take taking on any night walker lightly. And just because Katie is young, she's one of your let's see, what she falls, middle of the pack to the younger
Yep.
side.
Yeah, middle to younger.
Yeah, she's one of the older of the younger half, would be how I would put it. But
Yeah.
but for one of the younger ones, she still has a long ways to go. A lot of years ahead of her in the industry, and I know she's got. Um, I look forward to seeing what she has in store for her in the years to come, because she's got a lot of great things ahead of her. And
Yeah, definitely.
the fact that I get to take her on for this title, that and I'm not one of those title junkies. I don't go into a company where my only goal is to get the top title and that then be done. I'm not one of those people who does that. Yeah, titles are fun. Defending titles are fun, and I'll do that. But there's other things I go into a company to do, and one of the things that I like to do is I like to work with the young talent and help them develop and to learn and to hone their craft. And the fact that I've been able to do that with Katie in Sacrificed, and especially in EXW, has been a true honor that you have let me be in that position in your daughter's life.
No, definitely. And Matt Storm, I saw you come in here. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Matt. Welcome.
Hey, Matt.
Cheers to you.
And Gazi, I was just joking when I said, thanks a lot, son, because I do the same thing to you, too.
I know. But also, I do got to jump off because we got like another hour and a half.
Alrighty, you guys be safe.
Be safe, son.
I love that they mentioned throwing a barricade at you because I've definitely done that.
And speaking of Matt Storm, and speaking of the Intercontinental title, the men's equivalent, the international title, will be on the line. Matt Storm, the former champion, War cashed in his contract in a case, his singles contract version of it, for that opportunity, won the title. You know, I honestly expected him to go for the world title again, but he's chasing the Triple Crown. He's one step away, and that'll be tomorrow as well, that tag title match, one of the few times someone's being double booked. But Matt has a contract obligated rematch, and that will happen at this show. So Matt's had time to go back, study the footage. I know War's had time to go back and study. Where do you guys see the advantage in this?
I'm contractually obligated because there's a body of water a few miles away from the arena to say War for the win. I don't want to.
Few miles, try like less than one.
Do you realize how far War can throw me in a body of water? He threw me over a lagoon in the middle of the ocean, okay? He knows how to lawn dart me in a body of water. I don't want to go swimming with the sharks. Thank you.
Wait, there's sharks in Nebraska?
We're going to be in We're going to be in the Hampton Roads Coliseum in Hampton, Virginia for tomorrow's show.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't keep track of where I'm supposed to be. All I know is where I'm supposed to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
See, Kelly. Kelly gets it. I'm just trying to survive here. War for the win. Although I really would like Matt to win. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. War for the win. War for the win.
Y'all know
And
I don't
Atticus
make.
is already staking his claim. He was injured when he lost the title, so he does have a rematch.
Yeah, he does.
He is now medically cleared, and we're going to get to his match coming up here soon as well.
Yeah,
He will
y'all
be
know
making
I
his
don't
return.
make predictions because then they become spoilers for the person who I make a prediction for. Become a spoiler because then they lose.
Atticus already calling it out that it doesn't matter to him who wins. He's going back at it. And he wants the title back.
I don't blame him.
And, you know, speaking of, like we were talking about, he is medically cleared to return. And we will see a match that has been brewing for a long time. As we see Clinton, you know, Clinton was a member for Fuck's Sakes Incorporated. He, you know, long time, one of the founding members within the Sacrifice ranks. Got very distant, you know, Atticus was his partner. They were closer than a lot of brothers. I mean, closer than me and my brother.
Well, you and your brother have issues.
I mean, the two of them were still closer than me.
Yeah, but you and your brother have so many issues, you could have a set of encyclopedias.
I mean, that's not wrong either. But Clinton started, you know, talking about becoming and getting very distant, and then up and left. Both Atticus and For Fuck's Sakes Inc. went to the house. And he's attacked Atticus, saying that it was, you know, for the greater good. And now it's going to come down to Atticus is cleared. It's happening. Anything goes. So who do you guys have the advantage in that one? I mean, Atticus has had a lot of time to rest and get healthy, but at the same time, he has also had a chance to develop ring rust.
Well, I have it on good authority. He's had some good training for the last couple of weeks. I'm not gonna say how I know. Just that I know. I'll put my name on Atticus for the win.
Well, Atticus has the advantage of being fresh. He's rested. He doesn't have all the running up and down the road coming into this match. So, yeah, he may have some ring rust, but he also has that lack of 50 matches behind him.
And Atticus just brought up a good point that I had all but forgotten about. Last Sunday, we saw his brother Cillian come back. So he is mightily distracted about his brother being there. So that could be an advantage that Atticus might use to his advantage.
No, and definitely. And I can say Cillian won't be at the show tomorrow.
But the thought, is he or isn't he, or what's he doing? What's he not going to do?
Yeah, well, no, he definitely won't be at the show because if any of them show up, they're fired.
No, I know that, but it's still it's that brother. What's he doing in the
background? What's happening?
The background. What's happening in the background? What's his next move? He's going to be on Cillian. Is he going to be so much on Cillian that he's going to forget about Atticus in the ring? Seize that opportunity, Atticus.
Which, yeah, very well could be. And as we kind of touched on, Dominion, who Cillian is a member of, and will not be in the building. They have been banned from any company events for 2 weeks under the threat of they will be fired if they appear.
Good.
And provided they're not fired, the match has already been announced, and I know I've already been yelled at quite a bit for this one. It will be Team Dominion versus Team Mordrin at Sacrifest in War Games.
That's something to bring Mr. U out of retirement for. I'm just saying. Why there's a long history and a grocery list worth of shit that we are not going to root for Dominion in that. Team Mordrin all the way. Just saying.
But that is still way down the road. We are on Flashpoint.
Yep.
Oh, little teasers don't hurt.
Well, it depends. When I made the announcement, it sure hurt me later.
I see Matt Storm's eyes wide all the way from up here. He's like, War Games?
Oh yeah, that I get it now. Shadow Press. Yes, you and your brother. Mm-hmm. I miss that crazy Scottish bastard.
And with some more of the card, and not everything is going to be revealed. I'll put it that way because these are the matches that were pre-booked and announced, not ones that I am booking. Those you'll have to tune in tomorrow and see. But we also have a double main event for this show because there was no way between either one of these matches that you could say one had the advantage over the other. In both of our world title matches, we have probably the most dominant women's wrestler in company history. And a lot of people don't like hearing that, but that's reality. With Amber Young.
Yeah, I hate to admit that she is a dominant badass.
She lost the international title or intercontinental title, went away for a bit, and every point she has showed up, she has targeted the world heavyweight champion, and honestly has left the champ laying every time. There has not been one appearance that Cassie has had the advantage. But at the same time, Cassie is the world heavyweight champion. She's a veteran of this business. So we're going to see the two of them go at it. We're going to put the title on the line. So who do you guys think in this? I see Angelita in there already saying Cassie for the win.
I throw my hands up in the air and do a max play a lot. Go wrestling.
Hey, maybe I should try this. I said I'm cheering for Amber Young for the win.
Hoping that your normal streak continues, huh?
Maybe so.
Kelly's saying she's not going to choose a winner, but she's keeping a close eye on it. She has made her intentions known in the past. She wants singles gold. Has not cracked through. She's had some opportunities, but just has came up just short in each one of them. Looking for that opportunity, looking for that shot against the winner. And on the men's side of coins, a match that I don't think anybody saw coming. As Jester will defend the World Heavyweight title against Jake Bagwell.
Oh, interesting.
Jester actually ended the record-setting reign of Ghazi and then steamrolled him in the 2 out of 3 falls rematch. And since he became the number one contender even before getting the world title, and after him winning the title, he's only had 1 loss on his record. However, that loss is to Jake Bagwell, which is how Jake got this shot to begin with. You know, Jake's a longtime veteran. I know him very well. He's my former tag team partner.
Hey, if it wasn't for me, y'all wouldn't have been tag team partners.
That is true. So we had a very successful tag team career. He is a veteran of this business. He's a former international champion here within the company. And he's another one. He's came close to being the guy. He's gotten right down to the finals of contenders events. And then something happens. This is his first opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship. So will we see Jester avenge that loss? Or Jake continue the momentum from his win and finally reach the top of the mountain?
I love Jake like a brother. Always have. Both you and Jake go way back with the Utaker family. Not gonna lie. Gonna put that right out there, to be honest. But sorry. It's just like Death Riot keeping their tag belts. Once Jester has a belt on his hands, he will hold on to it while he has it. But when it's on the line, he will find a way to keep it. He is not called the champion killer in almost every other company worldwide. My name's on Jester for the win for that one. Not because he called me Mrs. Boo though.
Isn't that sweet? Isn't that sweet? Lita's cheering for Jester too.
Yep.
Well, of course.
She's been his best friend, buddies, ride or die bestie since she came in into the DWS. He, matter of fact, helped her along the way on the Twitter side. So they call each other Boo, and hey, where you see one, you see the other. But that's not only the reason. I have seen him fight. I have seen him physically fight, and he will keep a hold of that title.
I have been in the ring with both men. So I definitely know what both bring to the table.
Yeah.
And it, like I said, there was no way I could look between either one of these world title matches and say this one should be in the top spot versus this one. I mean, someone's going to have to be in the top spot, but I am branding them as co-main events because of all the personalities involved.
Absolutely.
And what are your thoughts here, Susie?
Well, I mean, Jester has youth over age to his advantage. He is younger than Jake. And, Jake is no spring chicken. The injuries he's had over the years, that's going to weigh on him. There's no way he can just magically make his age and those injuries that he's had over the years disappear. Jester hasn't had to deal with those factors. And so
True,
in that regard, Jester has that advantage of youth on his side. But then you look at it, you've got experience on Jake's side. He's got so much experience. He's wrestled with so many different types of people for extended periods of time. He's trained with you, he's trained with me, he's trained with, all these different types of people. He knows so many different types of wrestling that he can draw from the well.
and that's the big thing. You've got the youth of Jester and the technical ability of Jester. Jester, probably one of the most polished technical wrestlers in the company.
Yeah.
Up against the experience and the power game of Jake, which is what we saw kind of into play when they faced off non-title, was that power game.
Now, will Jester have adjusted to that power game?
That's going to be the big thing. And does Jake stay with the power game this time? Does he go in the submission route?
Right.
Because he is well-versed in submissions as well.
Yes, he is.
And it'll be interesting to see where they both adjust.
Yeah.
Will Jake have upped his cardio to increase his stamina? To outlast.
You mean drinking 2 beers at the same time now?
Right.
Yeah, doing the double arm curl instead of a single. Will Jake have...
Love you, Jake, but we both know it's true.
Yeah, we all three know it's true.
Yeah, I went up and down the road with y'all too. I know about your arm curl. The only arm curls you like to do. You did the other ones only because we made you. And
I didn't need to.
Yeah, and don't call me a liar. You're sitting there calling me a liar. I know you are, but I'm telling the truth.
I didn't need to do them.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Jake. He's sitting there listening to this. He's just not in the chat. He is. And he's sitting there calling me a liar, but you and I know it's the truth.
No, he's not. He's saying I'm innocent. I'm a saint.
That's also it's also what he's saying. But and we all know lightning's going to strike him dead any moment. Then Jester automatically wins.
I didn't need to do arm curls with weights because I was busy lifting other things.
Yes, we know what you were lifting.
Uh-huh.
And they all had red hair. I went up and down most of 99% of them did. Hey, I was up and down the road with you. I rode with y'all way too much. The stories I could tell, and Mordred might want to think about upping my paycheck.
I'm hearing a novel from Elfie.
Well, you see,
the Mordred Nightwalker on the road with Boots and Blood.
The truth behind Boots and Blood.
Hey, it wouldn't sell that well because I have been openly honest and admit from day one. I'm a man whore.
Yeah, but it's the stuff you can't remember that I can, sorta. Or well, hell, I could just make it up and make it sound really good, and you and Jake can't contradict me because y'all can't remember shit because you were too damn drunk. Yeah.
I mean, there are reasons people are still looking at paternity tests for me.
I know, that's why I say 25 and counting. Or is it 26 now? I've lost track. You've lost track. What is it?
24.
Yeah, it should be 24.
Oh, okay.
I
I'll
kept
just stick
telling you,
with
you kept adding one.
No, Anthony was the last one.
And well,
I'll just
the
stick
last
with
one at
25.
the last one at the moment.
Right.
That's why I always said and counting. And you said, oh, no, 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 no. I'm not having anymore. And I said, well, they can still come out of the woodwork.
Well,
That's
things happen.
nothing. You said, no, I'm not having anymore. And then you did. But they can also still come out of the woodwork, mister.
Well, Kelly, he kind of did have a pecker checker appointment, but he elected to go to the last one to find out if it stuck. And that's how, we got number 24 coming on the way.
Yeah, and I can say that during my retirement, I have been going to those new appointments.
How do we know for sure?
Because Julie,
I'm breathing.
because Raven's dragging him by what little hair he has left.
I'm still breathing.
That's a great one. I like
that. I don't know. She may let me finally use my vasectomy arrow on him.
I mean, if it turns out this doesn't work, she might. No, she wouldn't. She enjoys too much.
I don't know. I have a laser. Maybe you should let me try my laser out on you. Don't ask where I got it. Don't ask. Nobody ask. Y'all know nothing about my laser. Nothing. Y'all are Sergeant Schultz.
I would be kind of scared to read about what was going on when I was otherwise occupied.
Hey, I was scared and I was there, Shadow Press.
I'm scared and yeah.
So out of the matches announced, what are you guys looking forward to seeing the most?
Well, of course, mine.
With standard answer, yes.
Well, other than mine, I don't know. Amber Young winning, air quotes.
I don't know. They're all good matches.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the whole paper. Although it will be bittersweet for me, I'm looking forward to the whole pay-per-view.
I mean, there's a lot of great matches.
Absolutely.
And if anyone in the chat wants to call and talk about their match, the link is pinned to the top.
Well, hey, I have got to run. I have a date with Bubs on Fortnite to kill people.
Alrighty.
So
tell her I said hello, and said, of course, her match will be huge as well. So
yeah.
Well, I look forward to the 8-woman match. Go my family. Yay, my girls. All 3 of my girls are in that match.
Yeah.
And isn't Papura in there too?
No, she is not. She is not
No,
contracted with the company.
Oh, okay. She's not with the company. Okay, I couldn't remember. But yeah, all 3 of my girls are in that match. So go girls. And we'll just leave it at that. I won't say which one. All 3 of them go.
That's why I said go fam.
So
I got all but the one covered.
But I thanks for having me on. I enjoyed it. And
definitely thank you.
We'll see you at the pay-per-view.
Yep.
Definitely. Definitely see you there.
All right. Have a great night, everybody.
Have a great night. And I will also ask people out in the chat itself, other
Yes.
than your match, same question. To those out there in the chat, other than your own match, what matches are you guys most looking forward to seeing from the card? And yes, Kelly, it is tomorrow. Yep, I don't think you were here yet when I went over that match on the card.
There's my own match. I probably have
Other
three
than
women.
okay,
The LD and Kelly. And then the Amber and Cassie.
Angelina out there saying Jester's match.
Yeah, Jeff's saying War Games. You don't care about tomorrow. You just like.
Azrael looking forward to your match. I mean, you got a while to wait for War Games, Jeff. That's still another month away. Kelly looking forward to Atticus and Clinton. Killshot curious about that world title match.
Boo. Jeff says boo.
But yes, that will be War Games will be interesting. We'll leave it at that. There will be more information to come on that after this show, of course. I mean, that is definitely a good selling point.
That is going to be another good match. The Death Ride against War and Riker.
Yeah, that will be definitely. Shadow Press is already saying, oh, he's got redemption on his mind. He came very close to becoming the World Heavyweight Champion.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, that triple threat tag rematch. And speaking of callers, we do have someone making their way in.
Oh.
Crushing Kelly, welcome to the show.
Hey, Kelly.
Hi.
Great to have you here. It was talked about earlier, you and Lady Devil, Hell in a Cell. What are your thoughts on the match?
Well, I already know that Hell in a Cell is the U-Takers playground, so I bet Tiny is very hyped up on that match.
Okay. You
And besides, everybody was all the women were getting snatched up on the card, and I thought, and LD was thinking of getting a match for the event, so I thought, let's show what what my family's made of and take her on in Hell in a Cell.
Hey, no, I know all about taking on family. If you want to be the best, you got to be the best. And sometimes being the best happens to be one of your own family. Alien.
Hey, I have told people and I've shown it. I don't care what your last name is. I don't care what blood runs through your veins. If you're across the ring from me, I'm going to punch you in the mouth.
Absolutely.
Just glad that one of those people is not me.
Hey,
Just
I'm
saying.
retired.
But you could be friends, you could be family, be best friends, you could be fiancés, you could be husband and wife. You get into that ring, all bets off.
Well, let's just say when it comes to, I think about Uncle Mord like I think about my Aunt Jerica. Glad I'm not on the no stab list.
Right? Right?
Just saying.
on Bubs' no shit list. That's for sure. Erica is my partner, Demon Angels, for so long. I'm not so stupid.
And yes, I'm definitely looking forward to Atticus's match, of course.
Well, that should go without saying.
Oh yeah.
Well, duh. Till death do we part, ride or die, partner in crime,
Mm-hmm.
all the way down the line. Clinton's methodology, their philosophy on why he walked away from For Fuck's Sake Inc. and joined the house is pretty much most understandable by him, because he may most of the time spoke in riddles and it was hard to figure out what the hell he was trying to say. And he can be like, I told you all this was coming, blah, 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 blah. But sometimes you gotta be
A little more
English.
direct.
Yes, thank you. Speak in English. Not it. You're not the Riddler. You
But the
speak
one thing
English.
I can say, as cryptic as it was, unfortunately, it's all been right.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the little booger was right. And I've known Clinton since before the two of us got into the PWS.
You're being called to carpet a little bit there.
Excuse me, who?
Your brother Azrael?
Oh, don't get in a have a pissy fit or whatever. I'm backing you up too, just the same. Even though I don't like the company you keep.
Right?
So don't be getting all on my case like, oh, what about me?
Ooh, shut
I mean,
up.
that's why. Yeah, that's why him and I've got along so well for so long. That's why, as he mentioned, I helped get him a job in the business and that, because he's got the same mentality as I do.
Hey, I'm pretty much, yeah. I understand, as much as his heart may have been in the right place, his methods of trying to save us, everybody, was whacked. Completely wackadoodle. Nuts. And it's called I Can't Read Your Mind. I can only see so far between the lines, and I needed a direct quote. But I know that either way, even though I don't agree with Clinton, he's going to be fighting just as hard as Atticus is. No doubt about it. I know how bad these two can, how great these two can fight. I've been in a match with Clinton before. If you back in WU, I will say it. I was in a freaking death match with this guy. Got a sickle to the head.
Who wasn't in a match with him at one point or another?
Exactly.
I had a lot of them.
I faced him in an empty casino, and I got a sickle to the head. I won, but I was the one headed to emergency.
Oh yeah.
So Clinton ain't nobody to trifle with, but neither is Atticus.
And especially as we kind of brought up, anything goes.
Yep.
And pretty much both of them, I love them both to death, but they both have a death wish. Just saying.
I mean, that's the big thing that could be the deciding factor, is that it's anything goes.
Yep.
If sickles and barbed wire and all that shit could be involved, they'd be really having a party.
Shadow Press, I wouldn't be saying that out loud too much.
I don't recommend them. They take quite a bit of time off your career.
Yes, they do.
I mean, that's pretty much what. Yeah.
I know. Based on that match alone, I know not to take Clinton up on that kind of match ever again. Once was enough.
Well, everyone, I am going to do a last call. If anyone else wants to come in, I'm going to give it a little bit longer. See if we get anyone else that wants to come in, talk about their match, talk about the card. But then after that point here, if we don't get anyone here probably about the next 5 minutes or so, then I'm going to get ready to call it a night. Oh, and Azrael's saying unfinished business with Atticus now that he's medically cleared.
Well, you're going to have to wait your turn until after his match, Azrael. Be patient and stay the hell out of the way. Brother dear.
And I already
And
know
focus
Atticus.
on your own match, dude.
Atticus is already, and that's a very valid question because he was already talking about it in the chat. Could he be looking past Clinton? Because he was already speaking in the chat about, his rematch that he's guaranteed against, for the international title. So could he be possibly looking past this match, focusing on whoever wins that title match?
I don't think so. Because yes, he may have Clinton in front of him. He will be fully focused on his match against Clinton. No doubt about it. He just always has whoever's next on the list to deal with in the back of his mind. So he's not looking past Clinton by any means. He just knows whom else needs to be dealt with. Besides, I know personally it's never a good idea to underestimate your opponents or look past them.
True.
Yeah, definitely. That was the one thing that did strike me a little bit, is that he didn't really mention much about Clinton earlier, where all of his talk was down the road.
More cryptic riddles from him?
No, this is from Atticus. He didn't really acknowledge his match against Clinton at all. He was more speaking about getting the international title back.
Let's just say he has many goals in mind. So I doubt that means he's looking past Clinton by any means. He just has a lot of things he wants to do that's on his mind.
Then he needs to get straight focused on Clinton.
Yep.
And
that'll be the thing.
All that other out and focus on Clinton and Clinton only. If he doesn't tomorrow, that might be the advantage that Clinton has to come right up from under Atticus and get the win. I'm not.
Those are some things we talked back and forth about.
Yeah, but also, as y'all were talking about, even though Dominion may be barred from the building, there's always something in the back of Clinton's mind about Killian, about his brother being in the mix. So
yeah, we definitely brought that up. That could be a mental distraction for Clinton as well.
Yes. So
a lot of layers to this match.
Yep, there is.
So they always have something on their mind besides what is straight ahead of them. But I doubt that they'll just underestimate and look past each other. I highly doubt that. Yeah, damn right, Azrael. You were the one who put him on the shelf. And when he's freaking done with Clinton, you're next. if he sets his mind to it. You may be my brother-in-law, but you fucked with your blood. So shit's about to go down.
Will be taking shape through tomorrow, because obviously tomorrow is the last Super Show of the season, but it also kicks off the road to our biggest show of the year, Sacrifest.
That shall be interesting.
Mhm.
Talk about a major blowout before y'all go to 23.
And
Yeah.
I'll be able to take in a Sacrifice as a spectator, unfortunately, for the first year, and I don't know how many years. Be entertaining spectator.
Yay, you don't have to work.
Jake Bagwell, welcome to the show. Great to see you on here. Of course, we were talking about your match earlier. The opportunity at Jester for that world title. And actually, yeah, that is true. The last injury Atticus suffered was at the hands of Matt Storm in that match. And
Yep.
as Matt Storm has said, it was just bad landing and it was completely accidental.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not looking for redemption against Matt.
No, they've both openly said it. It's the hazards of the business. It happens.
That is true.
Yep.
Because anything can happen in and out of that ring. Oh, Jester will be choker when I'm done. Oh, Jake.
Wrong words from the challenger.
Maybe putting the cart before the horse.
Well, I mean, at the same time, though, he does, have the ability to say that. The only person who has beat Jester since Jester won the number one contendership.
Lita telling him don't start. Evil eye from Lita.
That is kind of the thing, though. He kind of has a chip on his shoulder for a reason, because no one else has been able to stop Jester.
You had. Well, not in your company, but you have.
Okay, since Jester won that 20-person Rumble to become the number one contender, he won every singles match leading up to his world title match.
True.
He beat Ghazi. He swept Ghazi in the rematch. And until he faced Jake, he was still undefeated.
Uncle Mord, you're talking about people with a chip on their shoulder. You're hearing from someone who has a chip on their shoulder right now. Because I've been I've been trying since day one to win a title here in Sacrifice. So I have much business to have a chip on my shoulder.
And everyone should have, to a degree, have a chip on their shoulder.
Because
people aren't in this company by accident.
Because as much as I shouldn't be having other people's opinions be a part of, basically, I shouldn't give a fuck about what people think of me, but I want to prove I have something, not something to prove to others, but to myself as well. Plus, I'm also trying to prove myself to my own blood here, my own family. Because I want to do right, because I want to be worth something in my own uncle's company.
On that note, Mord, have I won a title here at all?
You've been part of the tag team champions.
Just once, though? But never singly?
Yes. No, you've never won a singles title in the company.
So on that logic, I can honestly say a lot of people would say I got that title because I had help. And that's not the case. Even though I have won every single singles title, I've had the opportunity of either trying to get a shot for or actually getting to the point of actually maybe beating the champion for the title. I've never done so. My legacy in Sacrifice is not my titles. It's how I did my run to the title. It was how I carried myself to that title shot or opportunity, how I carried myself after every single loss and every single win. And even if I was against Lita and Stephanie, for the title, I still pushed them. I still trained them. I still showed them, hey, I showed Steffi, hey, this is what you can do. Lita, this is what you can do. But yet I left some things back.
Jake laying it on there.
So it's not
he's going to go from champ to chump, but he can still carry his bags.
So it's not just gold that you should grab a hold of and exude, is also the attitude of the champion without even being a champion. How to carry yourself after every loss, after win. Learn from each loss, learn from each win, and carry on.
I mean, I can't speak much to that because for the longest time my goal was I'm the best in your company. I should hold your title.
Seems like anytime I get so close yet so far, I turn it inward on myself. And that is not exactly the best thing.
No, definitely not. I don't remember if you have Shadow Press or not.
I don't think so.
I don't believe so, but I can't say with 100% certain.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, actually, that is true. And I keep on getting down on myself when it comes to either being so close yet so far to a title, and maybe it's too much of the green eye of jealousy here.
Whisper, welcome to the show as well. Big match, of course, for you and Jade tomorrow.
Yep, and I agree with Azrael. Being the best sometimes is focusing on the best, and focusing on a title might not necessarily, might get in the way of that goal. But I've had the opportunities. Now I am blessed with my retirement now, being able to carry forward some of what I learned, because some of these younger crowd think of me as the best, even though I haven't carried a title in this company except for the tag. They look at me as, okay, you have something to offer me. Can you please? Polly, for instance, Polly the Vampire has been a wonderful student for me. I trained Max and I trained Leilani until they decided, because the Nightwalker gym was more of a younger crowd, rather with me and Gil, more the older crowd. They went with Lita, but they're still within my network of knowledge. And sometimes legacy isn't just your titles. That's all.
And like I said, I can't say much on that because up until towards the later parts of my career, I was going to be the world champion. There was no, hey, I want to have a great match. No, I'll go out and have a 3-second squash match if I walked out the champ.
No, I totally agree.
Hell, you're the first ever Grand Slam champion in my company, so you were on a mission.
And I can honestly say, in other companies, much like LTD and others, I have had the extinction of, and I can carry this forward with my retirement, that the Battle Queen division is a Battle Queen division because I was one of the first ones to bring the division to a valet. We won our position as a valet. I won my shot at Battle Queen for the first Battle Queen title because my valet failed me. I won a back-to-back table ladders because I wanted to be the first Battle Queen. I did so. Following year, I lost it, but the next year I gained it back. First time, 2 time. So I can honestly say I was the first Battle Queen in LTE. So, like you, I strive for those, but also I had in the back of my mind, okay, if I'm going to lose, let me learn how to get better so I can get that win.
Oh no, see, I didn't have that. I was, if I'm going to lose, I'm cheating.
That voice of a heel, y'all, and this is the voice of a face, y'all. That's
If I'm going to lose, if I already know I'm going to lose, I'm paying the ref. I'm paying someone to reroute this guy.
Then you have Lita, who will just sweet her way into a match and then just poke you out. I mean, she rides that fence. I love her to death. Hellfire on wheels. I swear to God. I feel like
Thumb in the eye is still the most unstoppable move in the history of this industry.
Not the finger poke of doom. Just
Nope,
kidding.
thumb in the eye.
Jake about to get a 9-inch heel boot up his ass.
Oh, I mean, but Jake does have a valid claim to being the uncrowned champion. He pinned the champ. Had there been 2 words different in that match, he would be the champion right now. So he does have a valid point on that part of calling himself the uncrowned champion.
And Shadow Press.
Crap. Lita's taking up her multi-inch heel boots.
You could vouch for this, Shadow Press. How many times did you lose during your title reign on a non-title match, but then go right back and defeat him when the title was on the line? I'm telling you, Jester's going to be the same way. He is not called the champion killer for nothing. Sorry.
Well, like I said,
sorry. Love you, but nope.
The intrigue of this match, as well as the women's title match, that's why I said they are co-main events. And I know, Kelly, you've talked about, the women's world title. I know you already said you'll be watching the match closely. Do you have a preference in this match? You've been in the ring with both women.
Well, I'll say this. Probably doesn't matter that I don't care for either competitor. I'm just gonna say that right now. They're not on my faves list. But I have been in the ring with both women, and they're both tough as hell. So either way, whomever wins will have earned the win. And I'm going to be eyeballing this match from start to finish.
Definitely. And folks, I let it go a little bit over because with people coming in the chat and everything, but I am going to get ready to wrap the show. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Again, whether, like I always say, whether, you're here for the whole show, whether you left and came back, whether you came in late, catch it on the replay, thank you for spending the time to catch any of the product in any way we deliver it. Of course, if you like what you've seen, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're not a member of the Attorney Broadcasting family, first off, welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a moment of the action. And the way I send everything off here, there's no reset button in life. There's no do-overs. There's no go back. We get one opportunity in this world. So make the most of it for yourself, for everyone around you. Because we're not promised tomorrow. Just something to always consider. And people around may want to cover their ears a little bit. I will catch you all tomorrow. Anytime I'm on the mic, you know how it goes out. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Peace out, fuckers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.